every 7 years, you got like the soil rest because you've depleted it. And it can't give you everything. It can give you what?
Go ahead. I'm getting a download. Go ahead.
But I mean, once you've gotten all you can get out of that soil, you've got to let that land rest and then plant over here so that soil has time to turn over, replenish. And I think in previous chapters of my life, that soil has done all it could do.
Holy Ghost. Holy Ghost.
It's
Holy Ghost.
it's done all it can do.
Yeah.
And so now he's planting me over here and it's new soil, which means this ground has to be broken up and tilled, and you got to remove the weeds, and you got to treat it like all these things, and then you got to plant, and then you got to wait, and then you got to have the rain come, and you got to wait, and then at some point the harvest comes, and I'm in that space of been planting and watering, but I'm waiting for the crop. But in the meantime, you still have to walk through and expect the ground and you see weeds, you gotta pull that out, and so it's just been
Mm-mm. I'm not going to allow you to skip over the part
I'm
where
getting
you
there.
just said, I've done all I can on this land.
Yeah.
And now I have got to let this land rest and go and plant someplace else. Do you know how powerful that is? That I
But
could
here's
turn
the
this I could
thing,
turn this desk over.
in the separation, it's been like, "God, why?" And because my mind, and you know me so well, my mind, I'm so analytical and trying to pick it up and figure things out, and it's just like, "What's happening here?" And it's like, in this space of conversation, talking to God, it's been like, you it's one thing if you have an alt with people, but when you have an alt with God,
Mm.
and I didn't realize I had that, and so we were having a conversation about it, and I
You
think
and
I've
God?
shared this with you before, and I
You
was
and
in my my personal time with the Lord, and he was like, "You're mad at me because of what I allowed," and I was kinda like, "Excuse me?" And he was like, "You can tell me, like, I'm not afraid of your humanity, like, if you're mad at me because of what I allowed to happen, it's okay." So I was like, in my Cat Williams voice, "Why, yes, God, yes, I am. I do. I do." And he was like, "That's what I was waiting on." And then, like, this release happened. And sometimes we get so caught up in even in our personal prayer devotion time, where we feel like we have to no, there is a way, but sometimes we can get caught up in the way, we forget the authenticity of it because we wanna word it and package it like this, and he's like, "Now don't disrespect me, but you can come boldly and honestly and authentically and in a way to where we're pouring out, but you can't pour out and then keep this behind your back. You gotta give him all of that."
God, that's so incredible and on so many levels, and I will tell you why I say that. Last week, the Lord showed me my friend was in a car accident. So I said to him, "Hey, did you brace yourself before impact?" He said, "I don't think so." I said, "Well, I need for you to be sure that you didn't." I said, "Because I braced myself when I had the car accident in 2021. I braced myself because I realized I was about to hit the car." I said, "What's interesting though is that now that I think of it, I think I've been bracing myself ever since." So technically, for the last 5 years, I've been like this in every area of my life. And what the Lord began to show me was that I was waiting for the next hit,
Next shoe to drop.
the next shoe to drop, the next opportunity to be the next transgression or indiscretion. And it was like he began to show me the download has been continual, right? And he began to show me that I got to write it out. So I start writing and I'll stop. I start, but what he is showing me was I am so concerned about you that I will not leave you. Won't leave you in that space. So when you're saying you mad at me, now watch this. I've been there. I've been mad at God before. I wasn't mad this time, but I also withheld myself from His healing. I withheld
Unpack
myself
that. Unpack that.
because so much had happened. You were
Mhm.
there. You were in the. My sister died July 1st. My
Mhm.
nephew set the house on fire. The reason why I was smiling when you saw my fire because my mother closed the door, and the fireman told her, had you not closed the door, this house would have been burned to the ground. Right? House would have been burned to the ground. 2 days after the fire, I have a car accident. A week after that, well, no, maybe a month after that, I'm driving between my stores because I work in corporate. I fall asleep at the wheel, run off the road, and here go the enemy. Why don't you just go ahead and die? Had literally, watch this, prior to my sister getting sick, Memorial Day, then dying on July 1st, one of my clients gave me COVID. I didn't know I had COVID because I only had one, I had a drip in my nose. Gave it to my mother. My mother almost died. All of this was in 2021. 2020 begins 2 days after my birthday. They remove a tumor the size of a grapefruit out of my bladder. That's cancer. Then we go back. March 10th, he says it's cancer. March 17th, March 19th, the world shuts down. Then I'm going through cancer by myself because the world is shut down. So you can't, no one can go in the hospital with you. Nobody could go, like, nobody can wait with you. They had to wait outside. So I'm walking into these spaces by myself, greet the person at the desk. They call somebody that greets me at this door. So it was a compilation of things. And so basically, the way the Lord showed me was that I was in a corner. I had wrapped myself. I had begun to cloak, just holding on, waiting for the next blow. And here go God. I couldn't leave you there because your body was keeping score. And so this pain you've been experiencing, and God told me it's not physical. This is spiritual. And I was like, well, God, what is it? I don't know if I wasn't ready to hear it, but when He said it last week, all the bells and whistles were out. Got it. Got it. Got it.